Hi everyone. I wanted to do this video to talk about cannabis oil for seizures. I have a daughter, Remy, who's 4, and she has clustered seizures because of a genetic disorder called PCDH19. So I want to show you a video of what a typical cluster is. And a cluster is a time span between 1 and 4 days that Remy will constantly have seizures. Maybe 1 an hour, sometimes 1 every minute for 5 minutes, or 1 every 20 minutes, or sometimes if we get everything under control, it's 1 every few hours. And Remy has clusters about once every couple weeks, which is not great seizure control, but it's a lot better than it was before. So a question that I get asked all the time is, do you use cannabis oil or CBD or THC or any sort of variation? The main thing that people usually tell me is, oh, your daughter has epilepsy. Have you ever tried CBD oil? Because I read on an article, or I watched a documentary, or I heard that it kind of can cure your kid from having seizures. Unfortunately, it hasn't done that for Remy, but we have used it and we do use it. We've tried CBD, we've tried oil that has more THC in it. It does help her seizures. It helps prevent them from happening so often, and it helps the severity of them, but it doesn't stop them. And so unfortunately we still have to give her the other pharmaceutical drugs while she's having clusters. And we tried eliminating those, and for Remy, it just didn't work. We tried a couple different strains, all of that. It wasn't what we had hoped. So I want to show you a little video of how Remy feels during a cluster. It's not a seizure video because I haven't made up my mind whether I want to show Remy having seizures. At this point, I'm not going to. But this is a video of just how she feels after having seizures. And then I'll show you another video after we give her cannabis oil. And so I just wanted to share this because I get questions about this every time I talk to someone about Remy having seizures. That's the first thing that they want to know. Have you tried it? I've heard about it helping this person and this person. So yes, we have tried it. Yes, we do use it, but unfortunately it's not a cure-all. But this is what it does for Remy. She gets migraines when she has seizures, and I don't know if it's a migraine or just a really bad headache, but she's miserable, and she can be like that for days. And the more miserable she is, the more we know that more seizures are coming. She's nonverbal, so she doesn't tell us, I think I'm gonna have a seizure. She's just covering her face and crying. And for Remy, she doesn't cry. Remy doesn't cry. She'll fall down and hurt herself, and she's not the type of person who cries. She just doesn't. But when she's having seizures, she is so miserable, she can't stop crying. So it's really sad. And she doesn't eat, she doesn't drink. For as long as the cluster lasts, she won't eat, she won't drink, she won't get off the couch, she doesn't play, she doesn't smile, she doesn't interact. She's just miserable. And then you'll see, I'll show you a little video of what she's like after the cannabis oil. So that video will show her interactive, and she eats and she smiles and she plays, and she's happy. It's just simple as that. So for anybody who was curious about what we use for Remy, that hopefully answers the questions. And for anybody who totally disagrees with giving cannabis oil to a child for illness, I understand and I feel the same way in a sense, but if you feel very strongly that it's wrong, please donate to a nonprofit organization to find a cure for these diseases. That is where your energy is most needed, because no parent wants to do that and give their child pharmaceutical drugs and marijuana oil and any of it. I hate it. I hate it more than anything, except for uncontrolled seizures. That's what I hate the most. Second, I hate the drugs. But unfortunately, it's one of two evils. If we didn't give any drugs to Remy, if we decided we're not going to give her anything, we're not going to give her any pharmaceuticals or any cannabis oil, what would happen is Remy would have a seizure called a status epilepticus seizure, which is a seizure that can't be controlled unless going to the hospital. And guess what? They use drugs to stop it. She had a lot of those when she was really little, and usually they last over 25 or 30 minutes. And no matter what you do, they won't stop. So you have to go to the hospital so that they can intubate her and give her really strong drugs. So that's the first thing that will happen if we don't give her anything. Another thing that could happen is that she would have seizure after seizure after seizure after seizure after seizure, and we wouldn't be able to control it. So I hate what drugs do, but also I'm very thankful for them, because basically they've saved Remy's life over and over and over and over. So right now Remy is in a cluster. I'll share those videos with you, and hopefully you can kind of see what it's like for Remy when she is in a cluster. It sucks and it's sad, and you know, she missed school yesterday because she had seizures, and a lot of people are like, oh, school is like her favorite thing on the planet. She loves school. She loves everything about it. So taking her away from that it's really heartbreaking. It's devastating to do that. Today I thought she was better. She woke up happy. We sent her on the bus, and 3 hours later I got a call from her school telling us she had a seizure at school. And so we went and we picked her up. When we went into the classroom, she was laying on the ground asleep, which is typical after a seizure. And it's sad that that is her life. It's sad that we're used to it. It's just sad. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I just wanted to share kind of an update on where we stand with all of that. So thank you for watching. I will talk to you all later. Leave a comment or a question or whatever. Okay. Thank you, everyone.